Welcome to the Know, I'm Ashley Jenkins. Nintendo's been insisting that the Switch is more of a console than a handheld, but not everyone's gotten that message, it seems. We've been getting a lot of announcements for new games coming to Switch every day, and now we have our first handheld-only Switch title. The game is Voez, a Japanese rhythm game that can only be played via the touchscreen. In their announcement for the game, publisher Fly High Works said the game can't play in TV mode at all. This isn't too big of a surprise considering the nature of the Switch, and in the long run, if more 3DS developers did the same thing, it could be better for the system, make a very healthy ecosystem. There are a lot of 3DS games out there. And speaking of Switch's handheld mode, there's also some new information from Digital Foundry, who analyzed a recent teardown of the Switch hardware. With help from some other sources, Digital Foundry is reporting that Switch has a special mode that runs when the console is handheld, resulting in up to a 25% power boost. So in some cases, your handheld performance may even be better than you'll get while the system is docked, which is kind of crazy and probably not great for the battery life, but there you go. According to them, developers can also choose to operate in this mode if necessary, even when the system is hooked up to a TV. Well, oh boy, guys. You're saying Zelda does 3 hours? Maybe that's why. Shadow of Mordor 2 has been rumored since last year, and the game finally got confirmed this weekend, on accident, by Target. The retailer listed the new game, Shadow of War, along with a few details about its pre-order versions. Not to be outdone, I guess Warner Brothers said fuck it and went ahead and announced the game via PlayStation with a new trailer this morning, showcasing more Middle-earth action and the appearance of a brand new ring. Oh, the classic, well, got leaked early, so we might as well go ahead and announce the move. Appreciate that, otherwise we would have been waiting around until March 8th, because it looks like that's what the Warner Brothers announcement actually was. Shadow of War will be officially releasing on August 22nd, and hopefully we'll get so much more of that Nemesis system goodness. GameStop recently came under fire for its controversial Circle of Life initiative, a program that measured employee performance based on a ratio of used sales to new sales. The high-value GameStop attached to the program caused a bit of a stir earlier this month when employees started reporting that the program created an environment where lying to customers was more beneficial than selling them what they actually needed. GameStop responded to the controversy when it happened, but now it seems like they're stepping things up. Kotaku is reporting that the program will change next week so that individual employee scores will no longer be monitored. Instead, the score will be for the whole store, which should relieve some stress, hopefully. In addition, the Circle of Life program will also track new game sales. Before, the ratio of new game to old game sales tended to work in a way that kind of published employees for selling new merchandise, which is an interesting choice. Now, if they will just please stop asking me to pre-order strategy guides. Nobody wants those. Ubisoft talked up the Assassin's Creed movie like crazy before its release, and now it seems like they've had a big old dose of reality. The company is now considering rebooting the film franchise, according to a new survey sent out to fans, after just one movie. Can you reboot after just one, or are they standalones at that point? Several questions in the survey point to Ubisoft being willing to ditch just about everything from the last movie so they can start all over again. I mean, maybe they actually took that 18% Rotten Tomatoes score to heart. In other Assassin's Creed news, screenshots surfaced on Reddit, which may be from the heavily rumored Assassin's Creed Empire, believed to be set in Egypt. If the screenshots are real, they certainly lend credibility to that being true, as it looks like the character is about to enter what might be a pyramid or tomb. Of course, we won't have any confirmation if this is real until Ubisoft actually announces the next Assassin's Creed game, or because it's an Assassin's Creed game until it just leaks like crazy. But fingers crossed for an official E3 reveal this year, yeah? Get ready for some spicy interspecies coitus, Pathfinders. According to BioWare General Manager Aaron Flynn, the game's ESRB rating for Mass Effect Andromeda has been upgraded from partial nudity to full nudity. Later in the same thread on Twitter where this was revealed, Flynn went so far as to call the game totally softcore space porn. Yep, sign me up. We always knew that Mass Effect would have some high-quality alien banging, but who knew it would be so gratuitous? It should be noted that the ESRB hasn't officially listed Mass Effect Andromeda's rating as of yet, so there is always a chance that this rating could change. The big question remaining, of course, is which species naughty bits we actually get to see, and how weird will that be? There have been rumors of Shenmue 1 and 2 getting HD remasters for a while now, and those rumors got a boost recently. Quoting a source close to developer Atlas, Rise Digital says both games may be released together rather than separately, and they could hit retailers later this year. This wouldn't be the first time that Rise Digital has been accurate with leaks from Atlas before, either. The site said last year that the developer would publish King of Fighters 14, which turned out to be true. Also, there have been some pretty strong signals that we'd see HD remasters of Shenmue and Shenmue 2. Last year, Sega hinted about a Shenmue HD remaster, and then the developer registered the domain shenmuehd.com, according to Rise Digital. If those aren't good signs, I don't know what is. So take heart, Shenmue fans. Nothing confirmed yet, and those rumors keep getting louder and louder, so hopefully we'll get an announcement soon. Looks like Twitch is getting into the game selling business now. Starting in the spring, the popular streaming service will let viewers buy the game they're watching with the click of a buy now button, according to Kotaku. The sale will go through Amazon, of course, since that's who owns them, but only US dollars will be accepted. Partnered streamers who opt into the program can get 5% of the revenue, and users who buy through Twitch will get something called a Twitch crate that has digital goodies like special icons. A number of studios have signed up to sell their stuff through Twitch, like Ubisoft, Telltale Games, Double Fine, and more. The program launches sometime this spring, so we'll see what that is all about when it shakes out. Now, if you're curious about what the Uncharted movie will be about, you're not alone. Apparently, nobody from Naughty Dog has seen the script, according to a tweet from Uncharted writer Neil Druckmann, and they don't necessarily support it either. Druckmann went on to quote the writer of the movie, Joe Carnahan, who implied that Naughty Dog was happy with the script. In response, Druckmann said, "We know nothing about the film, wish he'd stop implying that he has our support." Ouch. Plans for an Uncharted movie have floated around for years now, with various people attached to the project, but it took a step forward earlier this year when Carnahan posted a picture of his completed script on Instagram. In an interview with Coming Soon, Carnahan said the script is R-rated and is faithful to the game. He said, "They swear in the game, they're kind of foul-mouthed, and I kept all that stuff intact, and I definitely didn't write it as a PG-13 movie. I wrote it the way that movie should be written." So no word yet on when the production of the movie might actually start, but we'll keep our eyes on it, because apparently swearing is all you need to be an authentic Uncharted movie. Speaking of movies, we never thought we'd say this, but Suicide Squad now has as many Oscars as Stanley Kubrick does. Yeah, the controversial, to say the least, supervillain team-up movie actually won the Oscar it was nominated for Best Hair and Makeup, which immediately led to a ton of jokes online about how Suicide Squad now has more Oscars than a lot of much better movies like Do the Right Thing, Boogie Nights, Taxi Driver, Shawshank Redemption, to name a few. And as someone pointed out on Twitter, it also has more Oscars than the entire Marvel universe put together. So take that, Marvel. I guess you'll have to settle for making boatloads of cash instead. Speaking of insane things that happened recently, a speedrunner has finally beat all 714 original Nintendo games after 3 years of trying. Piotr Delgado Kusilchik, aka the Mexican runner, finally completed the task yesterday when he finished Super Mario Bros. 3. Needless to say, the speedrunner had to master a variety of genres to accomplish his task. Some of his toughest challenges were obscure games like the Miracle Piano Teaching System, which required him to teach himself to play piano. For games like Tetris without strict win conditions, he played until the game started looping or until there was no way to make further progress, according to Kotaku. In all, it took him more than 900 days to achieve the feat. And as far as we know, he's now the first person to play all 714 games to completion. Take a break, dude. You've earned it. And then let's go ahead and start on Super Nintendo. And now, some sad news from Hollywood. Bill Paxton, who was famous for his roles in movies like Twister, Titanic, and even, yes, Revenge of the Nerds, has died. TMZ said he suffered a stroke after complications from a heart surgery. Paxton was a longtime character actor with a history of appearing in James Cameron movies like Terminator and Aliens. Actually, he's one of only 2 people to die to the Terminator, an Alien, and the Predator, while also occasionally playing sleazy bad guys in movies like True Lies, that was a great movie. Most recently, he returned to TV this year as the star of CBS's new police drama Training Day. But one of Paxton's biggest recent roles was on the well-regarded HBO series Big Love, where he played the head of a polygamist family. In a statement, HBO said, "Big Love was a seminal series for HBO for many years due to Bill's extraordinary talent and grace. Off-screen, he was as warm, smart, and fun as one could be." And of course, let's not forget the most famous movie quote Bill Paxton gave us: "Game over, man. Game over." I mean, he was wonderful. He was a great actor. What was your favorite Bill Paxton role? Let us know in the comments, and let's celebrate this awesome, awesome actor who we lost way too soon. He was like 61. That's awful. They're all tragedies, but he had so many more years to give too. Anyway, let's all be sad in the comments together. Is an interesting choice. Now, which is an interesting choice. Now, if they will just stop asking me to pre-order strategy guides. No one wants your strategy guys, guys. Guys, no one wants your strategy guys. If the screenshots are real, they certainly lend themselves to that